The Czech Republic signed our UN mandate agreement. They...
Yeah, well, the former direct...
Homegrown. He's saying it's ARC? The Augmented Rights Coalition?
I don't care what he's saying. He may even be right. I just want us in this.
So where do I start?
Technically, you're supposed to speak to our psychologist before getting back into action.
I don't need a shrink.
Convenient because she's not in the office right now, and I don't want to waste any more time.
So how do I get to Rizika? Public transportation's not stopping there.
It will for you once I make a phone call. Head to the metro and call me when you're there. Good luck, Agent.
Have been protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. This escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Eliza Kazan. Recorder suggests that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the Og incident. That horrible day 2 years ago.
Alex, did we get anything from the Whisper chip?
We got something, but Jane has provided the wrong algorithm for the frequencies, so they aren't getting deciphered correctly.
Can you fix it?
I'm a pilot, not a programmer. I can do it, but it's gonna take some time.
What's wrong with him? This kind of thing is always happening to me.
You're sure these people put it back.
All right, Miller, I'm at the metro.
Perfect timing. Chang says your private chariot will arrive any time you call up Rizika Station on the map.
Chang, you had him hack into Prague's public transit company so I can get to Rizika?
Plan A wasn't working.
Jensen, what's wrong? What are you doing here?
Miller sent me to find you. Thought you might have run into trouble.
He said that? Did he use those exact words? Because it's not my fault!
What happened, Smiley?
1 minute I'm in there running the show, and the next they accuse me of trying to tamper with evidence. Me! Can you believe that? I would never do that, Adam. Never!
It's our crime scene.
Exactly. But try telling them that. The minute they went for their guns, I decided it was time to shut up and get out of there. They accuse me of tampering with evidence. They're probably destroying all the evidence there is right now. You know, at first I thought this was about Sonia.
Sonia? Sonia who?
Oh, just some girl I've been teaching English to. Turns out her husband is a little territorial. You know the type. Smiley. Right. Back to the case. The thing is, I think I found something in there. Something big. Something that could just blow this case wide open. I just need to get a look at the scan of the blast area, so... Actually, it's a good thing that you're here. I don't suppose you could... Jensen your way in there and grab it for me?
What do you think is on this scan?
It's evidence, Jensen. A 3D mass spectrometer scan of the explosion site.
And?
And if I had 1 more minute in there, I'd have it with me right now, and I could find out. But the fact that they don't want me to see it makes me want to see it even more. I'm sure it's important.
So what am I looking at in there?
It's a blast site. There's debris everywhere, and plenty of cops, too. Once you get past the turnstiles and security offices, you should have a clean path to the tourist office where they have the scan. They don't see you.
How many cops are inside?
I don't know. Several. They all had guns, so I didn't stop and count them all. There's at least 1 guy in an exosuit. And my guess is they'll shoot first and bury the bodies later.
We need that evidence.
Yes, exactly. That's the spirit. We need it. But you won't be able to just walk in there and ask them for it, since you're Interpol and, you know, augmented. After yesterday's attack, they're not exactly fans of the,
So where do I find it?
The forensic team set up camp inside the tourist agency, or what used to be the tourist agency. Get to their setup, grab the DSD with the scan on it, and get out. Easy peasy.
This could take a while, Smiley.
Got it. I'll get out of your way, head back to HQ. Good luck, and, let's not tell Miller about this one, okay?
Right.
We might as well head back. There's no getting through that way. These have the whole locked down.
Is there no way around?
Not unless you're one of them.
This area is restricted to civilians.
I'm with Task Force 29. Thought maybe I could take a look around.
You thought wrong. This is a local investigation. You task force guys can go swing your dick someplace else.
That's fine, forget it.
Done. Bye. Get back. No hands allowed.
I thought he'd still be in the bus club.
Checked himself out this morning. There's nothing to do.
Imagine how
Captain has to have a visit with him.
What does he do? Drag him out screaming?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Could be nothing.
We might as well head back. There's no getting through that way. What? The police have the hall locked down.
Access granted.
Over there, someone's hurt. Go ahead, check it out.
We might as well head back. There's no getting through that way. What? The police have the hall locked down.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Imagine how it feels.
Seems pretty damn determined to find the og responsible. Captain had to have him physically removed.
What did they do? Drag him out screaming?
Captain had him paid. Poor bastard.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Anyone hear that too?
already done the preliminary structural analysis. We're fine here. No worries about that. Anything else? Okay, good. Back to your posts. Everyone on sharp lookout and stay out of the way. The techs haven't done enough job.
Fucking guarding a blown-up train station? Could be in the red light, eyeing the merchandise.
What was that, Kopecki?
Nothing, sir. Just commenting on the crank bastards that did this.
That's what I thought. Now go. Keep watch for any clanks that decide to come back and see their handiwork.
We'll nail this. No need to worry.
Never be able to forget the day.
Tohle násilí je katastrofa. Hovno? Co?
Got the scan.
Yeah? Fantastic! Bring it back to my office and we'll see if I'm right.
Copy that.
start this golem now. We'll nail it. No need to worry.
King. Just keep looking.
Keep an eye on your corners.
Still no sign of any.
Not seeing anything. Not yet. Not seeing anything. Not yet.
I'm here. You'll be fine.
Victim we haven't found yet.
What you say, Stendo?
Lost it. Whatever it was. Not seeing anything. Not yet.
Yesene boy. Nothing! Sacra! Saw something.
Smiley, I've got the scan.
Yeah? Fantastic! Bring it back to my office and we'll see if I'm right.
Copy that.
Tahle oblast je čistá. Přesouvám se.
Not seeing any. Not yet.
miracle if we find something useful here.
Zasranej auk ve vagonu pro naturály! Chcete snad vyvolat paniku? Ukažte mi papíry. Dělejte, nebo vás seberu.
I don't have time to waste with this. Make it fast.
Vemte si je a vypadněte. Až příště pojedete metrem, použijte vagon pro augy. Máme svých problémů dost i bez takových potížistů, jako jste vy.
What the hell did you do, Jensen? State police are saying another augmented terrorist just hit them at the train station.
They were interfering with evidence collection.
Fucking A. Now I'm ordering you to see our psychologist. Ozen's in the office waiting for you.
Copy that. Have to meet Smiley there anyway.
We'll do it fast, because Cheng found us a new lead in the case. In telecam footage fingering Ark. It's gonna put you inside Gollum City.
That's... Sorry if I was rude before. If the store had been empty.
We all have our roles to play, Sedlak. How's yours going?
It is giving me new respect for criminals who run front operations. Late shipments, supply problems, random
I thought this...
West Front is a real company. Prahadovos is registered as an international shipping corporation. I do not suppose you spoke to Agent Chang while you were down there.
No, should I?
They've been having strange problems of late. Technical glitches, things like that. It's probably nothing, but...
One can't be too careful these days.
Chang will figure it out, I hope.
You and me both, Sedlak.
Adam, I finally decrypted the audio off the Whisper chip tap. Fucking cold, man. You gotta hear it.
I have my hands full right now. Tell me where you are and I'll come when I can.
There's an old limb clinic in the Davni district. It's closed down. Nobody goes there anymore. I'll be inside.
Do the Jinn still believe what's been told them or don't? We need to know.
Hey, how's it going? Do you have the scan?
Yeah, it's right here.
You're a lifesaver, Adam. Seriously, Miller was in a foul mood when he left here. I don't need to give him another excuse to chew me out.
He left. Where'd he go?
Didn't ask, didn't think he wanted me to know. Did those state police jerks give you any grief?
It's like you said, they shot first, so I took care of it.
Oh, okay. Good. They had it coming.
So what's on the scan?
Oh, that. I have no idea.
What? You told me you found something big.
I didn't say I knew what it was, Adam. I said it was something that could blow this case wide open. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not buying this whole Ark did it angle. I believe what the evidence tells me. This DSD has all the answers we need, from the chemical makeup of the explosive used down to the material in the victim's clothing. I'm sure of it.
Okay, so how long until we're all sure of it?
Oh, it'll take hours to sift through the data, and I'm seeing Sonia later to apologize for any issues I may have caused with the state police. Plus, I do have other cases to work on too, Adam. I'll let you know when I find something.
You do that.
Take it easy.
Adam, I'm Delaro Zen. I appreciate you coming in to speak with me, and... well, I know you're probably getting this from everyone today, but I need to ask. Are you okay? I've seen footage from the train station, but being there must have...
Is that what this is about?
No, that was sympathy. This is a standard agent health interview to determine combat readiness. Here, I got you this from the dispensary.
You got me neuropazine? Look, Doc, I was caught off guard by a terrorist attack. Might have knocked some things out of whack, but it doesn't mean my body's gonna start rejecting my augments.
True, but traumatic experiences can kick a hornet's nest into the immune system. In patients with neuroprosthetics...
Would you believe me if I told you my body doesn't reject mechanical implants?
No. But my policy is for straight talk only in the room, so if you want me to believe that you're some kind of medical miracle, I guess I'll have to go with it. Please, have a seat. I've been looking over your file. There's some very interesting history here. Mind if we take a trip down memory lane?
Is this gonna take long?
It says here that you were with Detroit SWAT, but left in 26 to head up Seraph Industries' security division. David Seraph was at the center of America's augmentation debate.
Are you asking me or telling me?
Which would you prefer? Not everyone's as familiar with U.S. history as you Americans would like to believe, you know.
Where are you from, Doc?
We're discussing your file, remember? So, it was David Seraph who had you augmented after anti-aug extremists attacked the company?
I may not have chosen to be augmented, Doctor, but I'm alive today because of it.
And living in a world where people fear and hate the augmented. You know, in the eyes of society, you've become the enemy, Adam. Which actually leads me to my next question. So far, no one's claimed responsibility for the attack at Rizika. But with the human restoration vote coming, well, it's no secret Prague has become the symbol of legalized augmented oppression.
And the Augmented Rights Coalition is camped at its back door, trying to expose and resist it.
Most of the world thinks of them as terrorists. Augmented terrorists. If it turns out they are guilty, well, being augmented yourself...
How am I gonna feel? This isn't about Augs versus naturals, Delara. This is about terrorism. And in my book, there's no excuse for the taking of innocent lives, no matter the reason.
So if Talus Rucker ordered his people to do this, then...
It's my job to bring him in, not to judge whether he's guilty or innocent.
Well, look, I think it's safe to say that you have all your faculties about you. I'll let the director know that I'm officially clearing you for the field.
Well, it's probably best if I get back to work, Doc. I'll see you around.
Still believer. Thanks. Keep it.
My God, Jensen, I heard about the explosion. We should relocate. I was thinking we could corner Director Miller together. Tell him it's not safe enough here.
We're fine, Chang.
The police station, the train station, we're next. I can feel it. I can more than feel it. I can see it happening.
No one knows where we are. There's no reason to get paranoid.
That's where you're wrong. They're trying to pull the lid off of us, Jensen, or someone is. Praha Dovos just got hacked.
Our building's front company. Thought it was fake.
I wish it was fake. Miller's got me cleaning up IntelliCam footage from the attack to help figure out who these people are. Meanwhile, maybe they're trying to figure out who we are? Why else poke into an import company?
You think someone's figured out that the company's a front? Maybe they know what's really down here.
We have a lot of enemies. The people who bombed the train station, you don't think they'd love to know where we are? You need to help me figure out who's looking into us and make them stop.
I'm gonna need more information about this snoop of yours.
I don't know for sure that our cover's been blown, but if it has, we need to know before our enemies have a chance to do something about it.
You really think there's a risk here? Maybe someone's just poking around the fake website of a fake company.
If someone points a gun at me, I assume it's loaded. If someone hacks into the website of the company that serves as our cover, I assume they're doing it for a bad reason.
Such as?
Everything depends on who they are and what they know. But we're in the business of dealing with terrorists. If those terrorists find out where we are...
Do you have 29 likes its privacy?
Sure. More importantly, Chang likes being in one piece. Unlike you, I don't just brush off explosions.
You got an MO in this hacker?
At first I thought it might be the Collective.
But you're not convinced?
Not Janus's style to leave crumbs this big. But whoever it is, they risk exposing us. If the Collective ever found out where we operate... My God, Jensen.
Maybe Janus knows already.
Hey, don't say shit like that. I get nervous enough as it is.
What can you tell me about our front company?
Praha Dovos was designed to be forgettable. The kind of place you walk by 100 times and still can't remember.
It obviously caught someone's attention. What happens if we're compromised?
My guess, we dismantle and disappear. Agents go into hiding, director burrows into some hole, poof, no Christmas party. I need you to find out as much as you can about our snoop. Make sure we're not in danger.
All right. You have any leads?
I traced our hacker snoop to an unrented apartment. Top floor, 33 Hlavny, just down the street. This guy walks by us every single day. Probably walks in.
You're kidding.
See? You feel it now. The constant buried alive feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to be suspicious of things that go on outside these walls.
It's never that simple.
Just get into that apartment, access the computer they used, and find out what you can. And be careful, Jensen. We don't know who we're dealing with.
I'll look into it. As soon as I know something, so will you.
You didn't get held up at a checkpoint or something, did you? I'm inside the clinic waiting for you.
Sorry, Alex. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Hope you're not losing sight of what's important here. Sorry, this place just brings back memories. Don't take too long.
Can't believe a word this.
Got to hand it to Nathaniel Brown.
Known as Northgate,
How can you make deals with them?
They love to tear us apart.
All right, moving back out.
After kisses ass, get the head.
Hey, glad you can make it. Any trouble getting away?
Miller's been giving me some leeway, but not much. I did survive a terror attack.
You and me both. God, sometimes I really hate the city. It used to welcome people like us, go out of its way to entice Augs to live here. This clinic was built because Prague saw us as its future. Now, look at it.
Times change, Alex.
I know, trust me, even got the scars to prove it.
We've been working together for a few months now. Still don't know much about you.
What, you trolling for my secrets now?
Just the good ones. How did you join the Juggernaut Collective?
They got me out of a tough spot. Before the incident, I was working for Bell Tower flying VIPs around Panama, and I stumbled into something big. Something very important people didn't want anyone to know about. So, they ordered Bell Tower to kill me.
Janus warned you? Got you out?
A friend of Janus's, someone in the collective who used to work for Bell Tower too. You don't mess with these people, Adam. Not by yourself. I learned that the hard way.
You're a valuable asset. The collective could have sent you anywhere. Why Prague?
You really need to ask? Ever since the incident, paranoia and racism are eating this city alive. The whole world's watching just to see how Prague handles its AUG problem.
Didn't realize the entire collective was pro-AUG.
Not everyone is. But we all know our real enemies need chaos to operate in. Play the right chord, pull the right string, and Prague has plenty of that.
You said we got something?
Yeah, listen to this.
A little heads up would have been nice.
Sending your team to Dubai was my call, but now we need to go by the book. Focus on ARC.
You want me to pin all of this on them? The bombings in Prague, the break-in at Vesalife, and Dubai?
Officially, all 5 attacks involved augmented terrorists. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. But send me the reports if you want me to prove it, because ARC don't operate in North America.
They're setting up Ark, Adam. They sent you into that ambush in Dubai, and now they want to pin everything on the Augmented Rights Coalition. I told you Miller was dirty.
I agree, it doesn't look good. He's pulled me off Dubai, put me on the train station bombing. I think he's about to send me to Gollum City.
The Udalek complex? You're not gonna like it there. It was built by the Santo Group as temporary housing for transient workers. But now...
Now it's home to every unlicensed dog in the Czech Republic. And it's where Ark's made its headquarters.
Shit, man. What are they planning?
We need to play this smart, Alex. Think about what we heard. What was that bit about VersaLife?
You mean the break-in that never happened? Yeah, I started digging into that right after I decrypted the conversation.
What'd you find?
Like I said, man, it's the break-in that never happened. VersaLife is one of the biggest pharma companies on the planet. The only one still manufacturing neuropozyne. If it got broken into, it would have been big news.
So why are they saying it did? VersaLife doesn't produce just neuropozyne. They've got a huge research and development division.
Yeah? So? What does that have to do with Ark? Why frame them for break-in?
They want them to look like terrorists. I guess it depends on what they'll say was stolen. See what the Collective can dig up. If this really is a conspiracy, that break-in will be the thread to pull on.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna finish my investigation. Find out who really bombed the station. I'll let you know when I turn up.
Same here. Good luck, Adam.
Miller, we still going to Gollum City?
You are. Meet me at Kopecki's puppet shop. Your pilot's en route. I'll brief you there.
Copy that.
Anything?
Keep on your patrol.
When did they close the puppet shop? It's been closed, right? Maybe a year or more.
Look, I gotta go. I'll call you later.
Problems?
Nothing I can't handle. We're just waiting on chicane.
So tell me about this new lead then. The Intellicam footage.
State police dropped it off this morning, badly corrupted. But Cheng worked his magic and managed to recover some images. They show an org in a yellow hoodie, dropping bags where each bomb went off.
You ran facial recognition? You got an ID?
Couldn't see his face. But the bags are the same ones used by Talos Rucker and his aid workers in the Utilec complex.
That's a stretch.
3 bombings in Prague in 6 months, Jensen. All of them after the leader of ARC took up residence in that ghetto. Rucker needs to answer for these attacks. Here's your cane now.
Am I late? Are you too early?
You're right on time. Agent Jensen was just agreeing that we need to bring Rucker in.
Quick snatch and grab. Should be easy enough.
So we've already decided he's guilty?
We just need to talk to him on our terms, not when he's surrounded by fanatics. Getting into Gollum isn't the problem. Reaching Rucker is. ARC territory is fiercely defended. No one sets foot in there.
Not even the state police?
They can't.
Rucker wasn't forced into Gollum City. He bought his way in.
Blackmailed would be more apt. He threatened to go public with evidence of a humanitarian crisis. One that the United Nations Security Council had swept under the rug.
Got them to force the Czech government to hand over part of the Utilec complex to him. A little bit of hush real estate, so to speak.
He stays quiet and guarantees safety for himself and his followers. Smart. So how do I get in?
I've made a deal with an ARC prospect named Tibor Sokol. Promised to get his family out of the complex, so long as he gets you past ARC's checkpoints.
You trust him?
We have to. It's that or nothing. Sokol will meet you at an apartment in the housing district. Number 237. Any questions?
You ask me, Rucker sounds more like a savvy politician than a terrorist.
These days, the lines tend to be blurred.
But Rucker was a highly respected doctor, with no military training. What am I missing here?
Rucker is a man of deeply held convictions, with an unshakable belief in his own righteousness. Doesn't take much to push a man like that to terrorism.
Man's a zealot.
He's a suspect. Just bring him in.
You really believe ARC is responsible for these attacks? For all of them?
ARC has had the means, motive, and opportunity every time.
Even Dubai? Rucker and the Coalition are still confined to Gollum City. They have a heavy police presence keeping an eye on them.
Gollum isn't a concentration camp. You grease the right palms, you can get the papers you need to come and go.
I find that hard to believe.
So get me the evidence to prove otherwise. Get to Talos Rucker and bring him in, Agent.
Let's get this over with.
Let me know when you've got Rucker.
Goddamn, Jensen. Every time I look at you, I can't believe the amount of jewelry you've got on. Tell me, how's that aftermarket shit working out for you?
Never better. Maybe you should reconsider. What with that limp?
No. I like my limp. Keeps me honest. Ready to light out.
Chicane, you get along like this with everyone on the task force, or are you just going out of your way for me?
I got a speech, Jensen. Just one. Got it memorized, too. So I'd suggest you do the same. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not your pal. I'm not your buddy. Don't try calling me sport or partner. Definitely not fucking bro. I'm your pilot, plain and simple. You want to talk about the mission? Fine. You want to get cozy? You can forget it. Remember all that, and we'll get along just fine.
still have some things I need to take care of before we leave.
All right. Go on then, get your shit sorted. I'll be here, waiting. Daylight's wasting, boy. In case you haven't noticed. You good to go yet?
Let's do this.
Good. Strap in.
But still we have no answers. No one has yet claimed responsibility. Dr. Talos Rucker, the leader of ARC, posted a letter condemning the attack. Sources close to the investigation, however, tell me that Rucker and ARC may be behind it after all. I don't know about you folks, but with the upcoming...
Interesting pre-game ritual you've got there. You getting pissed enough to end this guy yet?
I got a no-kill order.
Is that right? Would have thought he'd done enough to warrant extreme prejudice.
How far out are we?
Coming up on it now. Not many spots I can set her down. You got a preference?
Get as close to the ground as you can. I'll take it from there.
Whatever you say, boss. Jensen, still got all your parts together?
I'm fine. How close did you get me to our contact's location? Housing Unit 237.
Jesus, Jensen, I didn't put you on his doorstep. Residential sector should be just ahead of you. Me, I'm gonna switch to autopilot, have a coffee. Let me know if things get interesting.
This isn't the place. This is a fucking zoo!
I don't suppose you've got any neuropazine you could spare, do you?
I have what you're looking for, but new pause isn't cheap, nor is it easy to come by.
Fresh off the boat and already fitting in. Fine. But cash is a pretty scarce resource around here. I prefer dealing in information.
What kind of information?
Give me the neuropazine first, then we'll see.
I changed my mind. Think I'll hang on to it for a while.
Fine. Suit yourself. The next time you offer, I'm not taking it. Unless, of course, it's free. Word of advice? You might want to keep a low profile tonight. Golem City can be sketchy in the best of times. This definitely isn't one of them.
Why? What's happened?
Haven't you heard? Terrorists try to blow up Ruzika Station. And even though people here couldn't have had anything to do with it, the cops need someone to blame.
These cops, they're looking for members of ARC?
We're all members of ARC to them, one way or another. And some of us may have even done bad things, but not the kind of things the rest of the world says we've done.
Sounds like you support ARC.
Why shouldn't I? The Augmented Rights Coalition was started with the best of intentions, as a non-violent way to confront injustices and advance the cause of augmented rights.
Okay, but in my experience, the best of intentions often go awry.
That may be true, but right now Talus Rucker and ARC are the only things keeping people in Golem alive. Trust me, they're the good guys.
I'm getting the impression that you see ARC and Talus Rucker as some kind of augmented Robin Hoods. How well do you know the man?
I met Talus years ago in India. We were both humanitarian aid volunteers back then.
Is he a good man? The press paints him as a narcissist.
He has his faults, but I wouldn't believe everything you see on Pacus News.
Does he visit this area of the complex much?
You know, you've been asking me an awful lot of questions.
This is my new home. It's a lot to take in at once. I was just looking for a few pointers.
Lesson 1, then. Treat other people with respect and kindness if you can. Don't trust them before you really get to know them.
Where I come from, cops are supposed to be the good guys.
What planet is that? Because where I come from, the police have been militarizing for years, wasting money and inciting deep levels of mistrust between them and the very people they're supposed to protect.
Is that what's happening in Golem City?
It's happening all over the place. The cops in Golem are a special breed. They control everything here. Food, drugs, neuropozyne, and not all of them think very highly of Azars.
These cops, they're looking for members of ARC?
We're all members of ARC to them, one way or another.
I see. Well, thanks for the warning, Doc.
I hope you'll take it to heart.
Fuck.
Terrorists try to blow up Rosita Station. The cops need someone to blame.
Look, we are understaffed, underfunded, and underprepared for the sheer number of people here.
You must submit to an identification scan.
Initiate security scan.
Welcome to Golem City, Clank.
Get the hell out of here, Clank.
Spare something for a brother. I'll tell you, the so-called AUG incident was just a convenient cover, but I know what really happened at Panchaea. Panchaea was a failure, an expensive failure. The builders destroyed it on purpose to cover their asses. Panchaea was a failure, an expensive failure.
I don't like the cops being here anymore.
What do you say?
With all the shit that's been put down, you don't want to be on the streets.
You can do anything.
This is your last warning.
What are you going to do that you
Now
think
stay
haven't
still,
already done?
like a good boy.
Hands up! You're under arrest!
Of course. That's going to happen.
You're not a martyr. You're just a loudmouth idiot.
Watch yourself, Clank.
Víš o tom bombardování něco? Jo, jen si hraj na nevinný, jo. Neboj, když chceme odpovědi, tak je taky dostaneme.
I'm taking no chances today. Not with him.
Disperse, or you will be taken in.
This most recent act of senseless violence has been laid at our feet.
The police are stealing everything. Vidíte to? Bezdůvodný násilí a zatýkání.
And I fear the repercussions will
Do not stay here or they will catch you.
the strength of our convictions.
Don't think just because you're a little shinier than these other clanks that you get special treatment.
Despite our dedication,
My phone is almost dead, and the electricity has been off at my place since last week.
Why are you doing this? I'm sick of you!
Power! He will be slaughtered!
We don't want you here! Golem City is
Area. Remain calm and disperse until they can authorized access.
I don't get back, please.
You people. Now what? What other lies have you come to tell me?
I'm sorry to bother you. But I'm here to see Sokol. He's expecting me.
Which one? My husband Dushan or his foolish brother Tibor? I guess it doesn't matter which one. The police took them both to the Narrows to torture them for information they do not have.
It's bad in Prague, and it's even worse here. What happened?
Have you no feelings? My husband and his brother, both augmented people like you, were beaten and taken away by the police. Tibor said he knew someone who could get us out of here. Is that supposed to be you?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Normally they only take ARC members. Tibor is ARC. He has been taken before. But now, after the bombing, they come for Tibor. Dushani asks why, and then they take my Dushan. He has done nothing. Nothing.
Do you know where they were taken?
I told you already. The Narrows. Instead of asking stupid questions, why don't you do something? Don't just stand there. They need help. Please. I said go.
There's more here than meets the eye. And by eye, I mean the all-seeing eye.
Just leave. I don't want you.
Chicane, we got a problem. Our contact's been swept up by the police.
I heard about cops in Golem, Jensen. Your Interpol ID won't get you any kindness with them.
That's all right. I didn't bring it with me. They're holding him in a place called the Narrows. I'll contact you after I find him.
That shit is poisoning.
Nothing to
Stop beating civilians!
Pick it up.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Something. Come on.
Ready for combat. Let me see just one arc, son of a bitch. In there and clean them out. Surrounded by clanks.
Brother, watch it. The cops are everywhere today.
I noticed that. Are you Tibor?
Yes, you're late, Interpol.
I know. I spoke to your sister-in-law. She told me what happened.
Adila, is she all right?
It seems like she can take care of herself.
Yes, she can. You know, I can't help you. It's too dangerous now.
We had a deal, Sokol. You need to keep up your end.
Who do you think you are? What are you going to do? Throw me in jail?
No, but I can get you out. Won't take me long.
No, no. Please, that will just make it worse. They know who I am. They went after my family.
Interpol has promised to get you and your family out of here to safety.
Safety? There is no safety. Only tyrants who prey on the weak and the innocent.
All right, Tibor, listen. I understand why you can't come with me, but I still need to get to Rucker, or what happened to you and your family today will happen to others. I'll smooth it over with Interpol. Is there any other way you can help me?
There's a man, a smuggler, Louis Galloway. He imports items for Talos, neuropozyne, whiskey. He could get you in, but you'd have to do him a favor. He likes favors.
That's something. Any other ideas?
My keycard to get to Ark territory is gone. One of the cops took it. Probably still has it on him.
Thanks, I'll look into it.
Please, I know you don't owe me anything, but if you see my brother Dushan, help him. If anything happens to him, Adela will kill me.
Of that, I have no doubt. I'll see what I can do. Chicane, get a message to Miller. Sokol's backed out of the deal.
Why am I not surprised?
He's just looking after his family. Besides, it's not a complete wash. He gave me some options on how to get into Ark on my own.
Well, just be careful, Jensen. This arsehole obviously can't be trusted. Let me know when you're in.
Assholes might try something.
Maybe I'm not making myself clear here. Let me show you what happens when you hold out on me. See if I can persuade you to talk. Nothing tells me I don't have your attention.
Respect.
Please, help my brother.
Prison within a prison. That makes no sense.
Leave me alone.
Take anything for granted. Clear over here. fire patrol between. Not let your guard down.
I won't be intimidated.
Drop it.
Come on, man. Put that away.
Look! Where is he?
Go ahead and kill me. Put me out of my misery. Come on, man. Put that away. Go ahead and kill me. Put me out of my misery. Go ahead and kill me. Put me out of my misery. Go ahead and kill me. Put me out of my misery.
Yeah, well. Ivor almost certainly is. I took some kind of...
All you ever talk about is Russia.
Do you know how many times I've been dropped? Too many.
This ends in a bad way.
This is a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting any customers today, given the unpleasantness outside.
Are you Louis Galwa?
I am. If this is a referral, may I ask which of my customers was impressed enough to recommend me?
Tibor Sokol.
Ah, poor Tibor. But how may I be of service?
When I spoke to Tibor, he said you can help me get into Ark territory, undetected.
What did he say, precisely?
that you bring supplies into Gollum for Talos Rucker, under the radar.
Tibor should be more careful what he says, and to whom.
He also said you would probably ask a favor in return.
Yes, as it happens, I do have a need for someone like you. The police have confiscated some neuropozyne of mine. They're keeping it in a storage locker at the entrance to the market.
So, for you to give me access, all I have to do is get your stuff back from cops who are aggressively anti-Aug.
These are desperate times, unfortunately. And you do seem to be a very capable man.
If that's what it takes, fine.
Excellent. I will await your return. But before you go, might I interest you in making a purchase?
Let's see what you've got for sale.
These are all the goods I have available. Are you certain?
I'll be on my way for now.
As you wish. But I hope to see you again.
Go ahead. Don't be stupid. You know what's going on. What's on the line. There isn't a damn thing we can do about it. Not through proper channels, I say. Good. Talk later.
You really want to fuck with me?
I'm not the one with the merchandise. I'm only making sure no one causes trouble.
Fuck, I hate this place.
Hele, koukejte odsud vypadnout.
So insane! How does everything get so broken?
Je to strašný, že?
Tohle si podle nich
A teď mě prostě nechte na pokoji. Už vás nechci nikdy slyšet.
Chcete se bavit o našich metodách? Popovídejte si s kapitánem. Víš o tom bombardování něco? Jo, jen se daj na ne. Když chceme odpovědi, tak je taky dostaneme.
I thought I could convince him he was making a mistake.
Tyhle autové mají strach. Get out of my face.
I urge you not to be
Anomaly detected. Trace
program initiated. Access denied.
You hear that Santo has a new plan now for Augs? Or a beer? I don't want anything to do with it.
Please, we are brother and sister.
It's brilliant! Fucking brilliant! Oh man, it's crazy how the longer we take part in this mad history of ours, the longer we wear this ugly Christmas sweater of oppression, the easier it is to pull wool over.
Those cops won't be a problem anymore.
Too bad. I was just starting to warm up to them.
I can try and get some more down here if that's what you want.
No. It is better this happens now before I become too attached. You mind untying me?
Sure.
So, was it Tibor or Adela that asked you to help me? Or something else?
I have a job to do, and you're a means to getting it done, regardless of why the cops were doing what they were doing.
Well, you know cops, right? Assholes do not need a reason.
I do know cops, and whether it's right or wrong, there's always a reason.
Look, all I know is that since the Ruzicka bombing, the police have been cracking down on us hard. They suspect Ark, of course, but they're blaming every AUG. For most of them, It's just another excuse to hurt us.
I thought you weren't a member of ARC.
My brother is. I just repair things for them sometimes. Heating units, security cameras. It is how I earn a living for my family.
Do you know if ARC was responsible for the Ruzicka bombing?
No. And I do not want to know. After this, I'm done with them. Being associated with ARC. Even if they are our only hope, it is not worth the pain. Look, you want to know what ARC is up to? You're going to have to ask them yourself.
Fair enough. How do I do that?
When you have robbed the man of all, the things... He is no longer the... He has no more of... Shit! Power? Something. Freedom. How does it go?
Are you feeling alright?
It is this week's passphrase. It is Selznick or Solzhenitsyn. Ah, I got it. When you rob a man of everything, he is no longer in your power. He is free again. Just remember the quote. It'll get you past Lubosh. He guards the way to the ARC elevator. Just repeat the quote, and he will let you in.
This'll help, thank you.
It is the least I can do. Thanks to you, I get to sleep in my own bed tonight.
You can't just walk away from me.
A já myslel, že v chudý čtvrti to bylo zlý. Já bláhovej.
Anomaly detected. Access granted.
No, I don't have any spare credits.
Tell me that most augmented citizens in...
Vy sem nepatříte.
Keep it together. Keep it together.
Nic neskoušet. Měli bychom to tady vypálit.
Nablejskaná plechovka je furt plechovka. Divný z cesty.
I've been trying to get hold of the too.
A hele, co se sem blíží. You came here on purpose?
Are you nuts? What the fuck's the matter? Something to help get me back on my feet.
How will our history be told when it's not?
Co to kurva? Mazej sakra otamtač.
Should have gotten vaccinated before coming here.
Nikdo se nechce přiznat, aspoň zatím.
Jasně, tak jsem.
Rich!
Promiň, chtěl jsem tě zavolat dřív. ze mnou.
Vystrašený aukové, ale jinak nic. Rád, že nejseš tam venku s těma zvířaty.
Rounded them up like anything sheep.
My z vás ty odpovědi dostane.
Jak to? Proč? Pak nevidíš, co se tady děje?
Holy shit!
Nic, co by stálo za láž. Pamatuj, že jednou budeš nejlepší.
Is there something I can help you with?
You're Lubosh, right? Dushin Sokol told me Ark might have the answers I'm looking for. He sent me to you.
Dushin? I heard the police had him and his brother Tibor locked up in the Narrows.
Yeah, the cops were working Dushin over pretty good when I found him. Wasn't exactly a fair fight, so I stepped in.
Is he okay?
He'll be fine. Looking forward to sleeping in his own bed tonight.
Not a lot of people in here would be bothered to stop and help out the stranger.
What was happening wasn't right.
You took on the police by yourself, on their own turf?
And then Dushin pointed me to you.
He was right to do so, but I'm sure he would have given you something more. Some wisdom, maybe?
When you've robbed a man of everything, he's no longer in your power. He's free again.
Spoken like a true brother of the revolution. I think I even heard conviction in your voice. I'll unlock the elevator for you. Go on up.
How did you get involved with Ark?
I used to load freight for the Czech railway in Ostrava. After the incident, my employers were afraid of me. I was fired. So like most of the augmented in the country, I drifted into Prague, unlicensed and homeless. The police swept me up in a sewer raid one night, put a round in my leg and dumped me here. It wasn't long before Talos found me.
And he gave you work?
He gave me purpose. He's the reason I'm still alive.
Dushin said some of the police are using the Ruzika bombing as an excuse to hurt the augmented in Gollum City. Why do you think that is?
They're trying to manufacture a response from Talos to get Ark to fight back.
Violence begets violence.
That's right. And if Ark responds violently, then their case against us only builds. But Talos is too smart. He won't allow Ark to be baited into a false confession, even if it means that the people we sworn to protect are hurt.
What can you tell me about Talos?
First time I met him, he's cutting a bullet out of me while trying to explain the history of the Gulag. He has his hand stuck in my leg and is encouraging me to study Stalinist labor camps. 3 months later, I pass him in the throat and he says, "Lubosh, how's the leg? Are you studying the Gulag like I suggested?" Remembered me like it was yesterday.
Sounds like he has a good memory.
No, I mattered to him. Me, a nobody, mattered to a great man like Talos Rucker. That's the kind of man he is.
Great, thanks.
Jo, to jsem já. Nemám plánu.
Budu vás sledovat.
You can't just walk away from me.
Please!
We are
My
brother
skin.
and sister.
They're going to shut us down again. I just know it. Get ready for another blackout.
Jděte pryč, já nic nemám.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Polished asshole.
Chicane, we're in business. I managed to convince one of ARC's regulars of my commitment to the cause.
I hope you put air quotes around commitment.
Just tell Miller the mission's back on track. I'm heading into an area called the Throat now. Should take...
Victor, we got one. Patrolling the market, just like you said it would be.
I got it, brothers. Now, let's see what we've got here. These little guys can be tricky. Every once in a while, one of them will go off, even if
Should have tried cutting the blue wire.
If only life was that simple. You are lost, brother? It looks like you might have taken a wrong turn.
You must be the welcoming committee.
No. I am Marchenko. And Marchenko, he is more of a guardian. Like the hound at the gates of hell. Yes?
I'm not real big on the classics.
That is a pity. What a man reads can tell you more about him than his face. Can I give you a little friendly advice?
Sure.
Go back. Go home. There is nothing for someone like you here.
How do you figure that? You don't know me.
I know this place up ahead. We call it the Throat. And sometimes those get cut, yes? When outsiders come wandering in where they should not.
I'll take my chances. I just want to see where Ark hangs out.
We are not hiding from anyone.
Tell that to the cops down below.
Do not listen to police and all their bullshit about Ark. Those Slupotia pricks are everywhere, breaking heads, making their mess, and we have to deal with it. Better watch yourself. They won't go easy on you either, leash or no leash.
It's not right what the police are doing. Someone has to stand up to them.
Is that you? Because it takes a lot to step out of line and answer back. And once you do, there is no return. Not everyone has the courage to take up the fight.
You make it sound like you're in a war.
It is a war. On us. On every augmented human. You see that, don't you? There is a moment coming, and it will be soon, when all of us will have to choose a side. Anyone who does not will just be in the way. And that could get them killed.
I thought Ark was about preserving human rights, not advocating armed revolt.
Here and now, brother. It is the same thing.
What you're talking about, that's terrorism.
Easy. I thought we were just two men having a conversation, discussing the issues of the day.
Like your friend Rucker? I see him on the net. You feel the same way you do?
Ah, yes. Talos. He is a good man. Strong, intelligent, principled. You could learn a lot from him.
Sounds like you already have. You're a regular true believer.
Live a day in this shithole, and you will be one too. You face what we face. The oppression, degradation, and you will know. Talos Rucker sees through all of it. He has answers.
Are you sure about that? Or is it just what you want to be true?
Well, as much as a political debate stimulates me, you are pushing my patience, and I have work to do. You have had your warning. Get out of here, while you still can.
If that was your recruitment speech, I gotta tell you, it sucked. The way I see it, after the bombing, tide's turning against you. Ark has made itself public enemy #1.
Yes, it may seem that way. For now. Until then. Sergei! Be careful in there, Shiny. Huh? Nasty rumors of a wrench getting scratches on his finish will scare the tourists away. Yes. We'll be seeing you.
Chicane. Patch me through to Miller.
Give him a message. Patch you through. What am I, your fucking secretary now?
Jensen, I thought you were back on track.
I am. But I need you to run a name through iLink. Viktor Marchenko. Got a feeling about this guy.
Fine. But remember, you're there for Rucker. If he's behind these attacks, everyone else will fall in line.
detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
What am I, your fucking secretary now?
Jensen, I thought you were back on track.
I am. But I need you to run a name through iLink. Victor Marchenko. Got a feeling about this guy.
Fine. But remember, you're there for Rucker. If he's behind these attacks, everyone else will fall in line.
What am I, your fucking secretary now?
Jensen, I thought you were back on track.
I am. But I need you to run a name through iLink. Victor Marchenko. Got a feeling about this guy.
Fine. But remember, you're there for Rucker. If he's behind these attacks, everyone else will fall in line.
Our principal topic tonight, unsurprisingly, deplorable terrorist attack on the Ruzicka train station in Prague. Owing to the slanderous and inflammatory insinuations, and outright
lies being put forth by the media. The police presence in the intellect complex has increased. Reports have reached my ears of unlawful searches, arbitrary arrests, and brutal violence posing to